Hi my loves and welcome back to my channel. It's definitely been a while since I've done YouTube. To tell you the truth, I just haven't felt inspired for it, but it's Halloween season and I have done one look already, which is over on my Instagram, but today I wanted to show you how I'm going to create this kind of mermaid creature-esque look. I'm not really sure what I'm doing yet, so I'm going to make sure I do a voiceover because I feel like there's going to be a lot of back and forth. I'm not really going to know what I'm doing, and I'll just try and piece together to show you exactly how I create this look. I've got so much stuff in front of me. I'm going to put contacts in, I've got a wig. It's going to hopefully come out really good. If you're interested in seeing how I'm going to create this kind of mermaid creature look, just keep watching. So as you can see, I've just popped in my contacts first because honestly, in my last one, I tried to put the contacts in after I'd done my makeup and it was just a shambles, so I thought I'd get that out of the way first. And I'm just popping on my wig cap all ready so that I can obviously sort my makeup out, and then I'll chuck the wig on quickly at the end because it's just too much to try and faff about with the wig. And then I'm taking this green paint. This is actually, I think it was a dupe of the Makeup Forever Flash palette and I just found it on Amazon and it's amazing. So I'm just taking the green shade. I haven't mixed it with anything, just on its own with a little bit of water, just to obviously make it a bit more movable. And I'm just popping this all over my face, all down my neck and on my chest. I couldn't be bothered to take it on my shoulders, I'm not going to lie to you, so I was just hoping that the wig at the end would just cover it, and it does, which is great. So now I want to add a little bit of life to this creature that we've got going on because that green looks a little bit flat. So I'm taking the KVD Beauty Whiteout Concealer. This is amazing, so much better and easier to blend than using white paint. White paint can be quite tricky to work with for me personally anyway. Maybe I haven't found the right white paint yet, but this blends out like a dream. So I'm just taking my Allure Cosmetic sponge, blending that out in all of the areas that we want to highlight, and this just makes it really nice and dramatic. You can actually use this product with normal makeup as well, like if you just used a tiny bit just to brighten up those under eyes. And then as you can see, I've just added a little bit of yellow paint under the eyes as well, just to kind of tie into the inspo pick that I've been using. And I'm just taking this yellow shade from the Allure palette from UOMA Beauty and popping this underneath as well, because in the picture that I was using for my inspiration, it had a little bit more of that kind of yellowy green tinge. So that's the vibe that I was going through, because I guess she's kind of like a swamp creature at this point. That's the vibe that we're going for, but I'm just obviously popping that in all of the areas to highlight. And then there's a darker green shade within this UOMA palette which I'm just using to lightly contour, and actually switch to this brush from NARS just to make it a little bit easier to blend. Essentially we're highlighting and contouring but with obviously different colours. And I'm just taking a little bit of translucent powder. This is the H&B Cosmetics one, just to set everything because I'm quite oily and the paint's really shiny, so I just needed to mattify a little bit. Just contouring my nose a little bit, again with that darker green shade. And then there's, this is actually in the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Armed and Gorgeous palette, I think it's called. And this is like a burnt orange kind of shade. I used that and a little bit of the kind of yellowy orange shade and use that as like my blush. And then I'm just going in with some little faux freckles, and this was in the Armed and Gorgeous palette as well. It's just the dark brown shade with a little eyeliner brush. Super easy. Now for the eyes, I'm taking more of that dark brown shade from the UOMA palette, big fluffy brush, just going into the crease. I'm now mixing up and using the dark green shade with like an angled brush to quickly fill in my brows, like a darker green shade. I'm going very back and forth within this look. Like I told you, it's a little bit of a mess when I do Halloween looks. This is the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette I was talking about. So this kind of burnt orange yellow shade I'm just chucking onto my lid and kind of doing a half cut crease, but just not a super defined one. I want it to be a little bit more blown out. And then I'm taking the two brown shades in that palette. There's a darker brown and a warmer brown, with a big fluffy brush and just blending that out, and also underneath the eye as well. I just wanted her to have a really cute little eye look going on. And then I'm using this, I think it's Sandy Beige, I think that's the shade, lip contour from Huda Beauty, and taking some more of the brown eyeshadows and just blending that onto the lip, which didn't really matter because then I decided to go in with the Aurora palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is a highlighter palette, and taking that green shimmer shade onto the lip, which I change again anyway as we go on with the look. Next up for lashes, I just used the individual Falscara lashes, the really dramatic ones, because I thought it went really well with the look. And then I'm popping on my wig, trying to rearrange it and make it look as cute as possible. And then I also off camera just added these little, I don't know, what would you call them, like prosthetic fins, which I painted. And then as you can see, I've added a little bit of fake blood, but I'm going to add a little bit more in a second. And I've just added some green paint to my hands, just in case, like in my pictures and stuff, I want my hands to be in, I want it to match and everything. And just adding a bit more of the Ben Nye, I think it's called the Fresh Scab fake blood. This is the best fake blood ever, and I'm just using like the end of my tweezer just to like add this on. Oh my god, I just think it looks so cool. We have our finished look. I know this was a really quick little Halloween tutorial, but I feel like she looks cute. She's like a little water nymph swamp creature type deal, but I'm really into it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one, which will be very soon. I will not leave you hanging as long as I did last time. Bye.